mag-start na tayo. Good day, everyone. My name is Maria Shibu Margaret B. Ruiz, together with...
Good day, everyone. My name is Cyril Quesadjasa.
And we are here to present beach and barrier island systems. Next slide, please. To start off, beach and barrier island systems. Beaches are long, narrow stretches of sand that run parallel to the shoreline and stay attached to the mainland in contrast. Barrier islands look similar but are separated from the mainland by features like lagoons, marshes, or estuaries, and they're often cut through by tidal inlets. These environments don't just occur near river deltas, they can form in other marine settings and even along lakes. What makes them so unique is how dynamic they are. Beaches and barrier islands change constantly due to both seasonal shifts and long-term natural forces. Unlike deltas, which form through rivers and marine processes, these systems are shaped mainly by marine activity.
Depositional setting. The environment where sediments accumulate to form sedimentary rocks and landscapes. This image illustrates different depositional environments which are settings where sediments accumulate to form sedimentary rocks and landscapes. These environments vary from continental to marine settings. First is the alluvial. Environments associated with rivers and streams where sediments like gravel and sand are deposited. Glacial. Environments where glaciers deposit sediments, often unsorted mixtures of rocks, sands, and clay. Lacustrine. Lake environments where fine-grained sediments accumulate. Evaporitic. Environments where high evaporation rates leads to the precipitation of minerals like salt. Fluvial, river environments characterized by the transport and deposition of sediments. Deltaic, environments at the mouth of a river where it flows into an ocean or lake, depositing sediments in a fan-shaped pattern. Reef, marine environments dominated by the accumulation of skeletons of marine organisms, forming coral reefs. Lagunal, shallow, shattered bodies of water separated from the open ocean by a barrier island or reef. Tidal, areas affected by tidal currents where sediments are deposited and reworked by the ebb and flow of tides. Shelf, shallow marine environments extending from the coastline to the continental slope. Continental margin, the zone separating the continental crust from the oceanic crust, including the shelf, slope, and rise. Slope, the steeper region that descends from the continental shelf to the deep ocean floor. Abyssal, deep ocean floor environment characterized by fine-grained sediments. Tidal range classification. Coasts are categorized by tidal range, which is the vertical difference in height between consecutive high and low tides. This range influences the geoformology and dynamics of coastal areas. Classification categories. Microtidal, tidal range of 0 to 2 meters. These coasts are typically wave dominated, meaning wave action has a greater influence on sediment transport and shoreline morphology than tides. Mesotidal, tidal range of 2 to 4 meters. These coasts experience a mixed wave tide influence where both waves and tides significantly shape the environment. Microtidal, tidal range greater than 4 meters. These coasts are primarily tide dominated with strong tidal currents playing a major role in sediment movement, estuary formation, and the development of extensive tidal flats and sand ridges. Beach and barrier island formation. Beach and barrier islands are the best developed on wave-dominated coasts with small to moderate tidal ranges. This is because wave action is the primary force shaping the coastline in these environments. Type of occurrences: single beach attached to the mainland. This is a typical beach formation directly connected to the landmass. Beach ridge system, strand plain. These are series of parallel ridges formed by successive propagation, seaward growth of the shoreline. Barrier islands separated by a lagoon or marsh. Barrier islands are offshore islands that run parallel to the mainland, separated by a lagoon or marsh. These islands protect the mainland from the wave energy and storms. Coastline types: wave dominated coast, mesotidal coast, and macrotidal coast. First is the wave dominated coast. Wave dominated coasts are shorelines where the primary force shaping the landscape is wave action rather than tidal currents. Key features are well-developed barrier islands. These are prominent features especially along microtidal coasts, those with a tidal range of 0 to 2 meters. The consistent wave energy in these environments helps to build and maintain these elongated offshore islands. Nearly continuous barrier islands. The barrier islands along wave dominated coasts often extend for significant distances, forming a protective buffer for the mainland. Next is the mesotidal coast. Mesotidal coasts are coastlines characterized by moderate tidal ranges, typically between 2 to 4 meters. This means that both waves and tides play a significant role in shaping the coastal environment. Barrier islands. If present, islands tend to be shorter or stand compared to those found on wave-dominated coast. Last is the macrotidal coast. Macrotidal coasts are coastlines characterized by a large tidal range, specifically a difference of more than 4 meters between high tide and low tide. In these environments, tidal forces are the dominant influence shaping the coastal landscape. Barrier islands generally absent due to strong tidal currents that prevent their formation and maintenance. Wave energy dissipation. The high tidal range disperses wave energy over a wide area, reducing the impact of waves on the coastline. Beach morphology. Beach morphology refers to the different zones and features of a beach profile. First is the backshore. It is located above the high tide line. Typically includes dune deposits or a berm, a flat area of the beach formed by the deposition of sediment, generally dry except during storms or high tides. Next is the foreshore, also known as the intertidal zone, the area between the high and low tide lines, subject to regular wetting and drying as the tides rises and falls. Lastly is the shore face, located in the nearshore area, represents the transition zone to shelf sediments, extends from the low tide line to the area where waves begin to break. Depositional processes. On beaches, depositional processes are present. First is the erosion. Sediment transport and deposition are extensively studied. Wave-dominated coasts are ideal for beach development. Wave-related processes such as swash, storm waves, longshore, and or rip currents. Wind also plays a role. Depositional processes on beaches. Wave processes. Water moves in orbital paths. Deep water waves orbits decreases downwards. Shallow water waves orbits becomes elliptical. Sediment moves back and forth. Wave transformation. Velocity slows Wavelength decreases, height increases. Breaking waves. Orbital velocity exceeds wave velocity. Breaker zone dynamics. Turbulence. Breaking waves create turbulence suspending sediment. Translation wave or bore. Landward transport of sediment. Swash zone. Rapid wash flow up the beach. Backwash flow down the beach. And heavy minerals settle rapidly. Sediment transport on beaches. Sediment transport, high energy breaker zone, coarse sediments move by saltation. Translation waves transport sediment up the beach face. Longshore transport, sediments move along shore in a zigzag pattern due to angled wave approach. Constructive sedimentation, net landward and alongshore transport. Sediment processes, deposition and retrainment, winnowing of time sediments. High energy conditions, example is storm, which is erosion and seaward displacement. Seasonal changes build up in summer, erosion in winter. Wave-induced currents, longshore currents, generated by angled waves, move parallel to shore. Rip currents, concentrated seaward flow. Longshore currents, formation, waves approach at an angle refracted, movement parallel to shore, and transport high velocities, transport sand. Rip currents, formation, concentrated flow seaward, location where longshore currents converge, transport, and train sediment, and nature surface phenomena. Barrier Island System, composite environment, sandy barrier island chain, enclosed lagoon, estuary or marsh, and channels. Barrier Island Origin, proposed mechanism of origin, shoal and longshore bar aggradation, split sedimentation, mainland ridge engulfment, and welding or veneering.
Next is the characteristics of